Well, we have some big news in the world of farming and dairy cows and all that. The FDA has actually just recently approved the safety and efficacy of new animal feed that actually cuts down greenhouse gases. We want to talk more about this. Jeffrey Simmons is with us. Apologies. Jeffrey Simmons, CEO of Elanco Animal Health. Thank you so much for being with us. So this seems very exciting to have the feed changing, being approved. It seems like a good thing. Tell me a little bit about this.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing for the U.S. dairy industry. You're right, Nicole. The U.S. FDA has completed its review of Bovaer. Bovaer is a feed ingredient used in lactating dairy cattle that will reduce methane 30%. And that's the biggest innovation around sustainability in American agriculture, is one innovation probably ever. And so what this is going to do is it's going to actually allow farmers. Today, there's only about 2% of farmers that participate in the carbon market. This is going to accelerate that participation because of the significance. And most of the reason people don't is it's either big capital you got to put in to get some, sustainability impact, or you got to go participate in an ecosystem like oil and gas. And there's an inset market that's set up. This can be used in the feed. It creates about $20 a cow of value. So look, we know environmental sustainability only is sustained if there's economic sustainability, and everybody wins with this news this week. The dairy farmer all the way to the consumer, the dairy product companies participate in this, and right down through from consumer dairy companies as well as the dairy farm.
And it's interesting because it's not something that is most focused on when it comes to the farms and such. And you talked about reducing methane by 30% and Bovaer being available to lactating dairy cattle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is this also, it starts with the regular cattle, I guess, and then the dairy cattle, you have to have certain other standards, and it meets all of that for safety, for efficacy, et cetera, right?
That is correct. Yep, the FDA has completed the review, both on the safety side, the efficacy side, keeps the high quality standards in milk. And, we kind of step back and say animal protein, continues to grow. The next decade, they're expecting, as much or more growth in the last decade. It wins always in the taste, cost, and nutrition, but there is that next generation that wants, no environmental footprint. So what this does, Nicole, that I think is so important is the dairy farmers are on a path to climate neutral farming, where they're going to actually, capture as much emissions as they actually, create. And that climate neutral farm is what the consumers want. So this is going to accelerate that trajectory in a very big way, while actually creating a second income stream, not just a milk check, but a carbon check. And where does that come from? It's CPG companies that actually have dairy products for 2 to 4 cents a gallon through an inset market, independently, run and verified. And the dairy farmer using a product like Bovaer is going to pick up another $20 of value. But more importantly, long term, this inset market creates more and more value and a faster path to climate neutral farming. So that's why, consumers get what they want. Consumer, dairy, brand companies are appealing and helping the brand and reducing their Scope 3 emission and connecting for a few pennies to their dairy farms that means so much.
And it's amazing because as this has been proven safe for the animals, the producers, the consumers, just to put it into perspective, I see a quote here: feeding 1 million cows, Bovaer would reduce emissions equivalent to removing more than 285,000 cars from the road for a year. I mean, that shows you how monumental this is. It's called the next $1 billion plus market in animal health. When people think of Elanco, I'd like to know how this may help your bottom line. How quickly can this help your bottom line? Will it be next year? What kind of impact could this have on your numbers? But when people think of Elanco, what should they really be thinking about for your leaders, for your products?
Yeah, we are, and we've shared quite a bit over the last year. We're probably the most compelling value proposition in this attractive animal health market. We're 50% pet, 50% protein, 50% US, 50% international. So great diversity and durability. That's what makes this industry, so attractive. Elanco, we've been in it 70 years, longest standing brand in front of farmers, veterinarians, and pet owners. But the big news story and why our stock has been on such a run the last year has been all around cash. We've increased the cash utilization by our stand-ups and stuff coming down. Cash has increased too, and we're paying down debt and delevering. The big things are growth. We've had three quarters of mid-single-digit growth, and the biggest blockbusters in our industry are bigger than 100 million. We've got 6 blockbusters between now and the end of 2025. Bovaer is one of those blockbusters. We do see it opening up a $1 billion plus livestock sustainability market, couple $100 million in the US for Bovaer. We've got 2 others that we've already approved, and we got a couple more coming this year. So look for us. And in the last quarterly earnings, we increased our innovation sales guidance for the year. So look at Elanco as an innovative company that is growing, that has one of the most robust pipelines. We might be new to Wall Street, a little over 5 years, but we've been in this industry for 7 decades. And we love what we're doing this week by getting closer to that U.S. dairy industry.
Yeah, and the stock hits new highs, $17.84 a share. That's a new high there. 1 year up 118%. I see Bank of America has a $20 target. Barclays, with an overweight, has the price target of 23. And they raised that up from 19. Piper Sandler a little more on the neutral side and looking at $19. So the analysts see some upside potential. I'm not sure, when you get to these points, $19 or $23, how quickly do you think that the excitement that you're talking about, blockbuster changes and sustainability of livestock and veterinary medicine? I mean, you just had a list of unbelievable drugs that you bring and keep those pets safe for us. How do you continue to drive that balance sheet in the end? Because their targets are higher. They see it going higher, Jeffrey.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole. Look, we take it 1 quarter at a time, proof points. This week is another representation of a proof point of our great R&D team, regulatory team, and just another we're creating a new market here we call livestock sustainability. And when you open up a $1 to $2 billion new market, we see this as another boost for our farm animal business. We have a couple, very nice new blockbusters. That one will enter us into the derm market. The second largest animal health market is, an itching dog, number one reason people go to the veterinarian, and a parasiticide product that's coming. So look, we take this 1 quarter at a time, keeping the company growing, converting that growth into cash, and then the other is just innovation. These innovative products are going to continue to drive not only growth, but margin expansion and really the continued expansion of the company. So we're excited about this, but as we say, 1 quarter at a time. We're an execution story, and we're looking forward to continuing to demonstrate that for our investors.
All right, Jeffrey, great news, and congratulations on that FDA nod. That's good news for you. Great news. I know you've been waiting for that. Jeffrey Simmons, CEO of Elanco Animal Health. Thank you.